Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Now, the other recognizable name on the roster, Angel Reese, who has got to be absolutely terrified. It is not going to be a good Christmas for the villainous Angel.
WNBA goes nuts after Angel Reese, the queen of sideline antics, leaked her vicious plan to take down Caitlin Clark, the Iowa superstar. She's boldly declared herself ready to dethrone Clark, as if trash talk alone could close the gaping chasm between their talent levels.
There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA.
Jared Schwartz published an article claiming Angel Reese gets deep about longtime Caitlin Clark. Rivalry people don't know the legacy.
Angel Reese was older. I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be?
For now, the most jaw-dropping aspect isn't Reese's bravado, it's her audacity to challenge someone like Clark, a player whose skills are the gold standard in women's basketball.
Me and Camilla, this is the most we've ever lost in our life. I only lost 7 games in my last 2 years at LSU. So, it's been hard for me. But adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of, just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
If you're thinking Reese's claims are more bark than bite, you're not alone. So stick around, because the stark contrast between these two players isn't just entertaining, it's telling.
Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basket.
Angel Reese, let's talk about her for a second. She's got charisma for days, confidence that could light up a dark room, and the knack for keeping herself in the spotlight, whether it's flashy moves on the court or calling out rivals in public. She's got everyone talking, and who better to target than Caitlin Clark, the human highlight reel, who redefined dominance in women's basketball. Reese knows exactly what she's doing. Picking a fight with the queen is bound to get people paying attention.
At what point were you waiting to pull out this kind of the Caitlin Clark?
Caitlin Clark is a hell of a
incredible
player for sure. But I don't take disrespect lightly, and she disrespected Alexis and my girls. South Carolina, they still my SEC girls too. Y'all not gonna disrespect them either. So I wanted to pick her pocket, but I had a moment at the end of the game, and I was in my bag. I was in my moment. Yeah.
But let's pump the brakes. Caitlin Clark isn't just a good player. She's the player her rookie season stats read like something out of a basketball fairy tale. 2 points per game, 8, 4 assists, and a highlight reel that makes even seasoned pros shake their heads in disbelief. Clark doesn't just play basketball, she makes it an art form. Reese's precision-engineered passes and video game-level three-pointers impress, but her 6 points per game suggests she's not quite a future legend yet.
Angel Reese spoke to the media. She didn't speak to the media after the game against Caitlin Clark.
Of course, Reese isn't about to let stats hold her back. She's training with David Alexander, the same guy who's worked with LeBron James. That's like taking piano lessons from Beethoven. But here's the thing, fancy workouts don't guarantee results. Reese needs to master the fundamentals, the bread and butter of basketball that Clark has already nailed. And then there's the elephant in the room, Reese's focus. Critics love pointing out how she sometimes seems more interested in Instagram likes and brand deals than perfecting her jump shot.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
In contrast, Clark thrives under pressure, delivering in big games and high-stakes moments, while Reese's most talked about moment remains this taunt during the NCAA championship that sparked more debates than applause. Sure, it got people talking, but while Clark was setting records, Reese was busy playing the villain in a one-sided drama. But let's not write Reese off just yet. She's got fire, and if there's one thing sports fans love, it's an underdog with a chip on her shoulder. Reese isn't here to play nice. She's here to prove she's got what it takes to compete with the best, whether it's doubling down on training or tuning out the critics. She's clearly motivated. The question is, can she back up her big talk?
She wins the national title. First thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off of that. Even Caitlin Clark getting knocked down in that game on Saturday, who's standing up applauding but Angel Reese. So she's sort of embraced a Draymond Green role here.
The public is eating this rivalry up like it's the hottest reality show on TV. Team Reese versus Team Clark. It's the ultimate showdown. Reese's supporters love her unfiltered personality and underdog energy, while Clark's fans admire her professionalism and undeniable skill. It's raw emotion versus polished precision, and it's making the WNBA more exciting than it's been in years. But here's the kicker, this isn't just about Reese and Clark, it's about what they represent for women's basketball. Clark's dominance and Reese's fiery ambition are drawing new fans to the league, breaking down barriers and proving that women's sports can generate just as much buzz as their male counterparts.
Caitlin Clark's last WNBA playoff game had over 2.6 million viewers, and now we are seeing the ratings dip under 1 million viewers.
The upcoming season is going to be a spectacle. The first matchup between Reese and Clark will be a must-watch event, with every play dissected, every shot analyzed, and every reaction turned into a meme. For Ree, it's a chance to prove she's more than just bold words. For Clark, it's about maintaining her status as the undisputed queen. So, what's the verdict? Reese has the drive, but she's got a mountain to climb. Clark, on the other hand, just needs to keep doing what she's been doing, dominating with style and consistency. Either way, the WNBA wins. This rivalry is more than just basketball. It's a cultural moment, a symbol of the league's growth, and a showcase of the incredible talent women's sports have to offer.
Forbes says Clark was chosen for leading the Indiana Fever to their first playoff appearance in 8 years, while breaking the WNBA single-season assist record and earning Rookie of the Year honors. But wait, there's more. She also led the WNBA All-Star Game voting with more than 700,000 ballots and has been credited with an increase in league viewership and attendance.
Reese's big idea is to train with David Alexander, a top-tier coach who's worked with LeBron James, because apparently proximity to greatness will somehow make her great. Sure, Reese, because that's how it works. Meanwhile, Clark doesn't need gimmicks. She's out there putting up numbers that make seasoned players look like amateurs. Reese can hire all the trainers she wants. She's still got a long way to go before she even sniffs Clark's level.
Well, now, jealous WNBA players will have the opportunity to earn that credit. Now, players like Angel Reese, they will be given the chance to test their star power.
And let's not forget Danica Patrick's commentary, which only added fuel to the fire. The NASCAR star didn't mince words when she pointed out that Angel's fixation on Caitlin was doing more harm than good. According to Patrick, Angel's jealousy was obvious, and it wasn't a good look. Caitlin, on the other hand, was praised for her grace under pressure and her ability to stay focused despite the noise. It's not hard to see why Caitlin is so beloved. She's not just a player. She's a leader. During the 2023 season, she carried Iowa on her back, leading them to the NCAA finals. The weight of expectation didn't faze her. In fact, it seemed to fuel her. Her court vision, her ability to anticipate plays, and her unshakable confidence made her the player everyone wanted to watch. Even when Iowa lost in the finals, Caitlin's performance was the talk of the tournament. She didn't just compete, she inspired.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
And let's not forget Reese's off-court antics. From whining about WNBA salaries to capitalizing on social media drama, she's built quite the reputation for being loud while she's busy curating her Instagram feed and counting her Reebok deal dollars. Clark is busy doing what actually matters, winning. Reese may call herself a disruptor, but all she's really disrupting is her own credibility when it comes to actual basketball. Reese's game has flashes of brilliance, sure, but it's more like a flickering candle compared to Clark's roaring bonfire. Clark isn't just out there scoring, she's orchestrating. She's the Steph Curry of women's basketball, draining threes from impossible angles and threading passes through defenders like she's playing chess. While everyone else is stuck on checkers, Reese, she's still working on her jump shot. They are fast forward to the rookie seasons in the WNBA. Clark came in like a hurricane, averaging 19.2 points per game and leading rookies and assists with 8. For per game, Reese did a 13.6 points, but let's not pretend the gap isn't glaring. Clark didn't just show up, she set the league on fire. Reese is still figuring out how to hold the match. What makes Clark untouchable isn't just her stats, it's her mentality. She thrives under pressure, delivering jaw-dropping performances game after game. Reese, on the other hand, has a habit of crumbling when it counts. Sure, she's got heart, but heart alone doesn't win games, and it definitely doesn't dethrone a legend. Let's take a trip back to Reese's most memorable moment. The infamous taunt during the NCAA championship, "Oh, you remember the 'you can't see me' gesture" aimed at Clark while Ree was busy mugging for the cameras. Clark was busy making history. The moment was embarrassing for Ree's iconic for Clark. Rays thought she was stealing the spotlight, but all she really did was shine a brighter light on her own insecurity. The WNBA's upcoming season promises fireworks, mostly because of Reese's ability to stir the pot. Fans are divided. Team Reese is rallying behind her underdog energy, while Team Clark knows the real deal when they see it. But this isn't a rivalry, it's a spectacle. Clark is miles ahead, and Reese is struggling to catch up. At the end of the day, Reese's biggest challenge isn't Caitlin Clark, it's herself. She needs to stop chasing headlines and start chasing excellence. Until then, Clark will keep making history while Reese keeps making noise. And let's be honest, we all know which one will be remembered.